Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer news, starting with Marcelo Brozovic, as Barca have reportedly reached €7 million contract agreement finally with Brozovic. The player has rejected Al Nassr, according to the latest transfer news. We are also going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about our on loan forward Nico Gonzalez, as it has been reported that the 21-year-old Barca midfield starlet is not a priority target for Real Betis amid links. We are also going to be discussing more on that report. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, endeavor to hit the subscribe button, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Please watch the video and watch it right up to the very end. Money cannot replicate the allure of playing for a prestigious crest. There may be those who prefer the filling coffers, but it is clear that playing at the highest level for historically great clubs will never go out of fashion. Marcelo Brozovic has put in a similar dilemma earlier this week. The Croatian international had a lucrative offer on the table from Al Nassr that he was considering signing until Barcelona arrived to the scene. The Catalans have been in close contact with Marcelo Brozovic's representatives ever since and hope to make him the successor to the legendary Sergio Busquets on the field. With the arrival of the Spanish side, the Inter Milan star has also done his part to keep the offer from Asia on hold. According to reports from La Gazzetta dello Sport, Brozovic wants to join Barcelona. He has reached an agreement for a multi-year contract with an initial salary of €7 million that will rise deeper into his tenure. Xavi's personal intervention and conversations have been playing a big role in this decision. And the midfielder is now ready to sign for Barcelona. In fact, the report adds that he has given the club a 6-day deadline to organize the finances and present Inter Milan with an offer. Reports from Giacomo Lacobellis further indicate that a delegation from Al Nassr traveled to meet Brozovic to try and change his mind yesterday. However, they were not successful in their efforts, and some sources state that the player gave them a definitive no. The offices in Catalonia are busy burning the midnight oil to file a satisfactory offer to Inter Milan. The sale of Frankie's here is seen as a necessity to reactivate the mission to sign Brozovic, and talks are currently on progressing with Saudi Arabia-based side Al Lali. Of course, this comes as a great news for us if this report is to be believed that Brozovic has finally accepted Barcelona, you know, in the expense of Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, and deal have been agreed that it will be €7 million salary per season. And of course, this should come as a great news. It has been a very long time we've been talking about Marcelo Brozovic, as Barca have been eyeing him as Busquets' replacement after failure to sign their top target in Martin Zubimendi alongside Joshua Kimmich. Of course, Brozovic is 30 years old, a spectacular player, and I think that coming to this club, he will make a huge difference. Despite being 30, he's still in the peak of his career, and this report bringing in this huge development is something to celebrate, is something to jubilate about. We know what Barca have gone through in the search for a new defensive midfielder. It hasn't been easy because about 4 players have resisted Barcelona in that role, of course, which have become a blow. And honestly, the past few days after being pessimistic about Brozovic's signing, all because of the huge offer that Al Nassr from Saudi Arabia are offering, it seems to take a big twist today, that Barca have agreed with the player. So now the thing is, Barca now needs to facilitate that operation. And what are they supposed to do? The representative of Marcelo Brozovic have urged Barca that they have given Barca 6 days to put things in order and make a formal offer to Inter Milan. Because right now there's personal terms agreed already between the player and Barca. but there's no terms agreed between Inter Milan and Barca. Inter have instead agreed terms since last week between themselves and Al Nassr. So the thing now is the player always have the final say in stuff like this. So if you have already said yes to Barca and no to Al Nassr, there's nothing Inter Milan can do about it. So now it's just for Barca to hurry up, as the representative of the player have asked them to, and offer Bas and make a huge, no, not even a huge offer, but a reasonable offer to Inter Milan. And it now depends if Inter will say yes or no, because if Inter refuse that demand, that is where there's still a lot of problems. But the most important thing is the player have said yes. All these past few days, despite are now showing effort and putting all the kinds of amounts of money in the offer, the player never made any statement, which means that he was really thinking about Barca and the history of the club, that what it means to play for a Barca shirt. It is always every player's dream to do so. So I think Brozovic's decision is a great one. If it is to be believed, hopefully Barca should make that offer as soon as possible, so that they can make the offer to Inter Milan, and it remains to be seen if Inter will accept that or not. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, with Nico Gonzalez not in the plans of Barca manager Xavi Hernandez for the upcoming season. The young midfielder is set to depart on loan for the second season in a row. The 21-year-old starlet was away on loan at Valencia last season and had a mixed spell that was affected by injuries. Despite that, Nico did show some positive glimpses, especially towards the end of the season. However, with Xavi not seeing him as an option for that pivot role and there being no many options in the interior midfield position, Nico has no space at Barca right now. And reports have suggested that Real Betis had taken serious interest in the Spanish young star. Instead, reports earlier this week even suggested that the Verdiblancos had made a formal approach to explore his loan signing. However, as per the latest information from Mundo Deportivo, that does not appear to be the case. As per the update, Nico at this point is not a priority target for Real Betis, who have other important business to take care of first in this transfer window. Nico is a player that is liked at Betis. Their sporting director Ramon Planes knows the midfielder well, having seen him for close quarters during his time at Barca's technical secretary. But at this point, Los Beticos needs to see how the transfer market develops and the holes that the team is able to plug first before thinking about a move for Barca midfielder. It could also depend on the departure of William Carvalho, who is linked with a summer exit. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.